Hey guys, okay, today we're gonna be training Otis, my new mule. You guys submitted your hear me outs for me to read. Can't wait, so excited. I'm gonna start with channel members first, as always, and let's get started. All right, the first person said old SSO was better. No. Okay, next submission. It wasn't better. I think it's better now in a lot of ways, and it was better then in some ways, but not a lot. The only thing that was better then was that I was a kid, and being a kid was easy as frick. So Avalon, interesting.
No.
Okay, the next one is Dimitri from Anastasia, and then they said animated movie. Yes, of course. Anastasia is the best movie known to man. Absolutely. I was obsessed with Dimitri. I don't remember a lot about Dimitri, but I do remember that as a kid, I was like, you know, Dimitri's pretty cool. I can hang with him. Dimitri's an obvious yes. Okay, the next person said Jess from Gilmore Girls. No, sorry. Wait, actually, ooh, what are the different options again? I haven't watched Gilmore Girls in a while. I think it was like, there was Dean, who I was not a fan of Dean, honestly. I was a fan of not early Dean, because early Dean was a punk, but later Dean, I kind of liked later Dean, but then he was kind of a loser. He had a lot of situations happen. Crap, I'm totally gonna fail this race.
Frick.
And then the other one, I did not like the guy from college, the blonde boy. I was not a fan of him, honestly. So I guess I didn't like Jess either. Here's the thing I had a hard time with about Gilmore Girls. Gilmore Girls was hard for me because I didn't like Rory. I know, I'm so sorry. Like, I liked her at first, and then like she changed and I did not grow with her. I was like, you know, she did a lot of things that made me upset. But anyways, I don't know if I agree with the Jess thing because he was kind of mean and I like didn't love that, but maybe she deserved it. I don't know. Somebody said, okay, my hear me out is about the mules. So hear me out, the mules are horrible. So I know many won't agree, but their ears, coats, and gaits are so wonky. I hate them so much. I think there could be so many things they could have added, to be honest, but there's my hear me out. Well, don't cry, but I kind of disagree on the mules. I mean, I think they're great. But if you have actual specific ideas about what you'd like to see better, I'd be more interested to hear that. Whenever people complain about stuff and it's like very general like that, I wonder if it's like, my thought is, what is the constructive critique then? Like, what would you like to see different? I'd be interested to know. Somebody said Rayla from the Dragon Prince. Buddy, I don't even know what the Dragon Prince is. I have no idea what that is. Cycle Groover? No idea what that is. Okay, my smallest hear me out is the SSO Percheron's gallop makes me want to yeet my laptop across the room when I see one. Someone said, I don't have many, however, Ghost and Keegan from COD. No idea what that means. Someone said Nick Wilde. No idea what that is. Okay, sorry, channel members, but I have no idea what half of these are. Somebody said Sirius Black or Optimus Prime, in parentheses, Obi-Wan. Wait, what? Sirius Black, yes. Sirius Black is a baddie, of course. Obi-Wan is a definite yes. Like, hello there? Are you kidding me? Someone said, hear me out. Tan and blue. No, I don't think so, buddy. It's gotta be pink. That's the color of the Bobcats. If they were blue, they'd have to be the Blue Cats and no one would play this game anymore. Hector Barbosa from Pirates of the Caribbean. Wait, actually, I feel like this sounds familiar. Who is Hector Barbosa? Okay, I'm looking it up. Hey Siri, show me a picture of Hector Barbosa from Pirates of the Caribbean.
No. Stop. That's disgusting.
What the heck? I just asked Siri to show me a picture of Hector Barbosa. It was so ugly. Oh my gosh. He's the guy that had like pickles on his skin. Like, his skin was disgusting. I remember watching Pirates as a kid and being like, ugh. Somebody said Galloper Thompson's house. What? Oh yeah, I forgot to mention I'm working on my Trailblazer, so this is my excuse to train, is to work on my Trailblazer. Severus Snape. I get it. I feel bad for Severus. But here's the thing. Oh, sorry. No spoilers, but you know, after reading the last book or watching the last movie, whatever you want to make your life about, reading or watching movies, and you like watch or read the whole thing again with that perspective of what happens at the end, you kind of are like, poor Snape, you know what I mean? I mean, I don't even know if that's a hear me out. I feel like most people who are fans of Harry Potter feel that way. Okay, channel members, thank you for submitting. Someone said, hear me out, Dobby from Harry Potter. Stop. What the heck? What? No. He looked like an alien. Someone said, the clothing shop in the Jorvik Mall is everything. Okay, this is a really interesting one. Let's break it down. So you're saying you think the clothing shop in Jorvik Mall is where you would prefer to shop. I'm gonna obviously have to disagree with this, but I guess that's why it's your hear me out. That's really an interesting one. I mean, I don't know if they put like the new tack like in clothing that are actually nice in the Jorvik Mall because I don't go there anymore. Ever since they released Global Store, I never go anywhere in this game and just buy clothes on the Global Shop. But I'll give you a pass if they've been putting cute clothes in there if you're talking about the crusty old clothes. Some of them are good. I did a couple shopping sprees before at the Jorvik Mall, but I would not say it's everything. I would actually say it's nothing.
Sorry.
So many people said Snape, and I just want to know, can we make it like a Snape fan club? Like, I kind of love/hate Snape. Sid the Sloth from Ice Age. Wow, buddy. I actually saw like a reel on Instagram, and it was this guy who looked exactly like Sid from Ice Age. He was posting a completely unrelated video. People on Instagram are pretty mean though. I feel bad, but everyone in the comments, like I immediately went to the comments. I was like, no way, like this guy looks like Sid from Ice Age, which isn't, the biggest compliment, Anyways, the whole comment section was just, Sid, is that you? Okay, someone said Leonard from Big Bang Theory. Here's the thing, yes. If you watched The Big Bang Theory, the first episode, you'll be like, no. But listen, if you actually like watch, I feel like if you watch the character development and like their personalities, there's not a lot of choices on that show. So you end up shipping him, It's casual, it's fun. I kind of love Leonard as well. He's kind of probably one of the better characters on there. The elves from the Christmas Village. It's an inside joke, but I thought you would get a good laugh out of it. Oh, buddy. Freaking Dobby and the Christmas elves from the Winter Village. Dude, what? You guys. Someone said Derek the Postman in Silverglade. Stop. Oh my gosh. Why is that kind of accurate? Wait, this is my favorite one. Someone said, I have once eaten cardboard. I'm so good. What? I don't understand. Okay. Thank you for telling me that. The dude from Ratatouille. Absolutely. If they make an IRL version, a live action version of Ratatouille, which they absolutely should, it would involve eating food with rats, which, could get a little dicey, but I would be down to watch it. The guy who would play Remy in Ratatouille in the live action version would be a 9 out of 10. You know what I mean? Like, definitely his entire body is made out of a spaghetti noodle, but, I still love him. Someone said, hear me out. I think all of the Star Stable NPCs are the ugliest things on this planet. Oh, okay. Well, that's a little harsh, buddy. I think that there are uglier NPCs elsewhere. We do have some really crusty NPCs though. Like the ones that have gotten like a glow up look pretty good now, especially compared to like the old crusty ones. I'm like, honestly, it's like cruel that you guys haven't redone some of these. They look so bad, especially when they're standing next to like a bright shiny new NPC. I'm like, seriously, well, what are we doing here? Someone said Sabine. Yeah, I don't get that. Sabine is disgusting. I hate Sabine, honestly. Okay, hear me out. Coco deserves more follows. LMAO. Someone said, hear me out. Ursula. Yes, the Ursula. Little Mermaid and all. She can take my voice. What the frick? You guys are villains. You guys have lost the plot here. I get it if like it's like a redeeming character who like redeems themselves at the end. You could be like, I love this character. But listen, Ursula is a terrible person. I mean, she's a terrible octopus. She's a fish. Terrible fish. Someone said C3PO. Stop. Why did that just make me want C3PO to be in the item shop in Fortnite right now? C3PO is an actual no, not because he's a robot. I don't discriminate. It's mostly because he is one of the more annoying characters in the whole show. I mean, if you watch the OGs, the originals, he's pretty irritating, but love that for you. Someone said Enderman from Minecraft. No way. No. Dude, stop. What is going on? Do you guys even understand the question? Okay, someone said, hear me out. Peanut butter, jelly, and dill pickle sandwich. It's actually so good. What the heck? Why does that actually sound good? I'm actually really hungry right now. I have like a writing lesson in a little bit, so hence why I'm doing this. I could go for a dill pickle sandwich right now. Honestly, I could see it. I would rather prefer a dill pickle sandwich with just peanut butter and the pickle, not the jam. I don't know. Am I weird? Someone said, my hear me out would have to be that in SSO, the Percherons and Jorvik Frisians aren't that bad. The Frisians are pretty terrible, but not for as much hate as they get. As for the Percherons, they get a lot of hate for no reason. Now, I'm not the biggest fan anymore, but they used to be my favorite horses. I just don't like them that much anymore. So what you're saying is, hear me out, the Percherons aren't that bad, but also I don't like them. Okay, that's fine. Actually, I kind of agree on the Frisians thing. I love Charlie, my Jorvik Frisian. I love Charlie. It depends on the coat you have and the mood you're in and how much booty you want your horse to have, but I could see that. Percherons, it's a no for me, but I actually think a lot of people like the Percherons. I'm always surprised. I think that I don't like the Percherons, but most people I've met do like them. So somebody said Spirit. Obviously, have you seen his eyebrows? Hello, yes. Someone said, hear me out, James. No, James is annoying. I think when they redid James, I stopped liking him as a person. I don't know what it is. I just don't like him. I don't like his glow up. Makes him look like we're not friends. I don't know what that means, but multiple people have said Dobby from Harry Potter. I don't even know what to say about that. Someone said Yidris fortune telling tent is actually super fun and I use it all the time. The animations are super cool. That's quirky. I love that. I love that for you. I have been in there actually like recently one time or a few times because I was leveling up some of my alt accounts and I was like, oh, okay, so this is how they got the animation of Yidris for like that SSOCon trailer they did a couple years ago. I was like, oh, this is all making sense. It is pretty cool in there, but oh my gosh, twerking? I wouldn't go back, but love that for you. Sully from Monsters Inc. You would probably like Avatar. You like blue people. I like chocolate with chips. It is just so good. You know, I think that is actually a pretty popular opinion, salty and sweet together. They actually sell chocolate covered chips in certain stores that I've been at. They would sell anything in the US that has chocolate covered, I swear. Rick from Rick and Morty. No, I don't like Rick and Morty. The show creeps me out. Oh, I don't get any Trailblazer points for this. Forget that. Let's go somewhere else. Somebody said Joa Felix. I don't know how to say this. Joa Felix, my favorite footballer, soccer player. Hey Siri, show me Joa Felix, the soccer player. I see how you could think that. He looks too young for me. Watch, he's probably older than me. Somebody said Taco Bell chicken nuggets. You know, a couple people in my stream told me that Taco Bell had chicken nuggets, and then after the stream, I went to Taco Bell and did not buy chicken nuggets. I did try the dragon fruit freeze that was recommended to me, and it was disgusting. And I think it might have been just that Taco Bell because every time I go to that Taco Bell, the employee does something weird, and also like it was just like ice, and they had like poured like a tiny bit of syrup that wasn't even like mixed. I was like, is this what this is supposed to be? The syrup tasted bad, so I was like, ugh. My black bean Crunchwrap Supreme was good though. I'll try the chicken nuggets someday, I guess. Hear me out. Dipping my crispy grilled cheese in ketchup, it's so good. Buddy, I don't know. I mean, I've seen people put tomatoes in their grilled cheese, but I don't think I can do the whole ketchup thing. I think that's a little over the top for me. Hear me out. The starter horse can be quite cute with a braided mane and a nice coat combination. They aren't always ugly. I mean, how dare you say that people thought my starter horse was ugly? They're not my favorite breed anymore, obviously, but the starter horse will always have a special place in my heart. I actually honestly think I might even almost prefer the old generation starter horse to the new ones, but I'm gonna regret saying this. They're really cute. I used to have a lot more Yorvik Warmbloods because that's the breed the starter horses are, and then I sold a bunch of the coats and I kind of regret that, but there ain't no way I'm buying them back, you know what I mean? What if they put the starter horses on sale? Someone said the Baroness. I can't lie. Buddy, are you like 85? No, the Baroness is fire. You're not wrong. Hear me out. Microwaves? Nah, I'm just playing.
What?
Someone said, hear me out, Yidris. Okay, I could see like Yidris's tent is cool. That one worked for me. What is like with the SSO's community's obsession with Yidris? I don't get it. Like, is it just like you guys like magicians? Like, what is going on? Somebody said, hear me out, cheeseburger with Chick-fil-A sauce. You know, that's really interesting. You know what I just realized? Chick-fil-A only sells chicken sandwiches. And I know this is like very common knowledge, but I never thought deeply about it. Like, do they have a single burger? Of course, a burger would be good with Chick-fil-A sauce. Honestly, like anything would be good with Chick-fil-A sauce. But here's my hear me out. Polynesian sauce is better than Chick-fil-A sauce. I always get Polynesian sauce or honey mustard. Someone said Jade from Victorious. Interesting. You know, Victorious is an interesting show because you look back and it's freaking Ariana Grande was in that show, and like she freaks me out because she was like an actress in the show Victorious and like had like the most kind of airhead annoying character in my opinion. And then like they had that show Sam and Cat and her character kind of changed like from season 1 of Victorious, then it was like completely different. And I feel like throughout her life she like used to act more normal and now she acts more like her character. That's really interesting. I know you weren't even talking about that, but I am because I'm training and talking. Training and chat with Rose. Okay, let's see. Someone said Midas from Fortnite. Someone had to say it. Just kidding. I mean, that's like not wrong because Midas is freaking dope. Like, he's a freaking cowboy. Are we joking? Like, of course. Someone said Puss in Boots. He's the most miraculous cat and such a baddie. What? Okay. I feel like that's like everyone knows that already. Like, we all know that. Someone said definitely Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. I've always had a thing for him. That's so funny. Have you seen the live action Scooby-Doo? I don't remember what he looked like. Hey Siri, show me Shaggy from Scooby-Doo and the live action Scooby-Doo. Oh no, dude. That's a no from me. I think his personality was pretty chill and I love that for you. Somebody said the North Swedish horses. Yeah, like I go through phases with the North Swedish horses where I like them and then I don't like them. and then I like them. Oh, I got these sandals too. They're so cute. I want to make an outfit with them later. Yeah, I go through phases with the North Swedish horses, but overall I think they're very cute and they're a nostalgic horse to me. I do like them. Somebody said The Mandalorian. Absolutely. If you're talking about the show, yes. If you're talking about the movie, here's the funny thing. I don't like anything that Disney has done with Star Wars. In my opinion, they've ruined it, and I refuse to accept like any of Disney's Star Wars things as canon. It's kind of like ridiculous, but anyway, I will say the only thing I've liked that they put out was like season 1 of Mandalorian. After season 1, I did not like it anymore. I stopped watching it, but as soon as he like took off his mask and I saw it was Pedro Pascal, listen, I have nothing against him. However, I used to watch this show, crime investigation show called The Mentalist. If anyone's watched that, it is one of my all-time favorite shows. Anyways, in that show, Pedro Pascal plays the character that's trying to steal like a girl away from the guy that everyone wants her to be with. So he really pissed me off in that way. So I think like when I saw that the Mandalorian was Pedro Pascal, I was like,
No.
it was like this whole mystery, and then like finally he's revealed, and I was like, no, listen, like I can't, because that character like is so ingrained in my mind that like it upset me for some reason. Okay, anyways, sorry. Somebody said you should be able to choose any breed and coat for your starter horse. I hate the Orphic Warmblood. Well, the thing about the starter horse is they're not supposed to be the best horse in the game. Games always start you off with like a very basic horse, and if you hate the Orphic Warmblood, you should look at the old gen ones. I think you'll like it better. Okay, hear me out. Edward Cullen had no reason to be in high school for that long. That's just weird behavior. You know what's so funny? As I was just talking with my coworkers about, someone brought up Twilight. We were gonna make like matching shirts for like an event at work. She brought up Twilight and making a Twilight Punch shirt, and I instantly knew we would be friends because I was like, that is so hilarious. I always think about how weird, like not even like he had no business being in high school, but like, dude, that sucks. Like I get the whole thing, like you have to start out as young as possible so that you can stay there longer because they don't age, but also it's like, why would you pick high school? Like I would pick like 18 and then keep going, because going to classes in high school is the most boring thing ever. Imagine having to repeat it like 80,000 times. Somebody said you're stable. Wow, thank you. That's incredible.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, that was pretty fun. We got Otis all the way to level 6. That was a nice, short, easy, simple training sesh before my ride. I'm gonna go ride and get Chick-fil-A or
Hello?
I'm gonna go riding and get some Chick-fil-A or something after. Thank you for all the submissions. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Bye.
I'm on thin ice, you'd never guess. I've been hiding a monster, keeping it quiet. I do my best.